Hello everyone, this is Sean from Barry Digital Media, and I hope you are doing well. Today I'm taking a look at a game called Space Marine 2, which launched about a year ago and has gotten pretty good success. I think it did outdo its predecessor. And let's take a look at some of the marketing which helped beat its previous campaign. So if we just take a look at their first initial trailer, we can see that it looks like a very big and epic experience that it is selling to their fan base. And I think the scale that the game shows definitely would appeal to people who are not already in the Warhammer universe or the Warhammer fan base. I mean, the graphics look amazing inside of it. The combat looks very intense. The campaign, the customization looks very immersive, and it seems like a game that if you were to invest in it, then I don't think that you would be unsatisfied with the entire campaign. And yeah, so with all of that, it seems to have progressed past just its initial launch. As we'll get into it, it is continuing on. So there's different battle passes and updates that are going to be announced, or that have been announced. So let's get into just some of what Gemini says about Space Marine's marketing campaign, and then I have a whole bunch of examples to get into and some data. So, the marketing campaign for Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 is widely considered to be a success, playing a significant role in the game's strong launch and a sustained popularity. It was a multifaceted effort that effectively leveraged both the existing fan base and broader gaming community. Here's a breakdown of the key elements and a review of the marketing for Space Marine 2. Targeting and audience awareness. The marketing successfully addressed two key audiences: the long-time loyal Warhammer 40,000 fanbase and new players. For the fans, the campaign leaned heavily into the established lore and aesthetics of the Warhammer 40,000 universe. Trailers showcase the return of a beloved character, Lieutenant Titus, and the brutal, visceral combat that the first game was known for. For newcomers, a major challenge was making a sequel to a 13-year-old game accessible to a new generation of players. The marketing and game itself did this by highlighting the core gameplay loop, unleashing a powerful Space Marine against endless swarms of enemies, without requiring deep knowledge of the lore. Trailers and reviews frequently emphasized that the game was fun, action-packed, and didn't require players to have to read a dozen books to enjoy it. Influencer and community engagement. This was a pillar of the marketing strategy. The developers, Sable Interactive and publisher Focus Entertainment, actively engaged with the community and partnered with influencers. Content creator collaborations. The campaign featured a wide variety of content on platforms like YouTube and Twitch, including gameplay analysis, walkthrough, and early access previews. A notable example was a collaboration with a creator to build real-life Space Marine armor and weapons, which garnered millions of views and brought in new fans from outside the traditional gaming space. Community-first approach. The marketing team regularly provided monthly community updates and used a dedicated community platform to communicate with players, solicit ideas, and conduct giveaways. This fostered a sense of ownership and excitement along the fanbase. Heed the Call of War trailer. The developers created a trailer specifically based on quotes and reactions from the media and influencers who had early access, which was a smart way to showcase the positive word of mouth. Strategic use of trailers and visuals. The trailers were a major asset. They were visually stunning and expertly crafted to showcase the game's most compelling features, the swarm tech that pits the player against hundreds of enemies at once. The first revealed trailer at the Games Award was particularly effective, capturing audiences with its giant dude wearing blue wearing giant armor using a giant chainsword to kill a giant alien premise. Post-launch marketing and content roadmap. The marketing didn't stop at launch. The publisher released a clear and ambitious post-launch roadmap detailing free content updates like new game modes, horror mode, weapons, and maps. This reassured players that the game was long-term investment, not just a one-and-done experience. The promise of free content also helped counter any potential backlash from the inclusion of a paid season pass for cosmetics, additions, and pre-order initiatives or incentives. The marketing for different game editions was also a key part of the strategy. Pre-order bonuses like the McGreg's Chosen DLC and exclusive content for Gold and Ultra Edition owners incentivized early purchases, while the Collector's Edition with physical goods like a statuette and art book appealed to most dedicated fans. Overall review. The marketing for Space Marine 2 was a resounding success, and it was a well executed campaign that demonstrated a deep understanding of its target audience. By combining traditional trailer reveals with a robust influencer and community driven strategy, it not only met the high expectations of the existing Warhammer fanbase, but also successfully attracted millions of new players. The sustained marketing efforts post launch, including a clear content roadmap, have helped the game maintain momentum and become one of the most popular Warhammer video games ever. The campaign's success is a testament to the power of the authentic community engagement and a strategic multi-pronged approach in a crowded market. Actually, you know what? I did learn something from that, so I'm going to copy that and hopefully discover something a little bit new. Hopefully we can look into that a little bit when we get to it. All right, actually, let's just take a look at it now. This is the statuette. It does look quite impressive. Yeah, that does look impressive. I mean, that if you like having toys and different statues on your shelf, then this would make a big impression, I think. The Space Marine looks epic. The Tyranid look epic, and the fact that he's just in this pool of blood, I think that says it all. So, where was I? Continuing on with the marketing strategy of Space Marine 2, the game just finished up a tour going from Las Vegas, Dallas, all the way to Chicago and Toronto up in Canada. It looks like they toured around and they made these big epic statues that would stand by their booth and make a huge impression, capturing attention of everybody around them. And we can see just, here is that big statue, and it would, just stick up above everybody else inside of the crowd. And it looks like it's based on this statue here. So there's a regular person, and then there's the statue. So you can tell that it would just tower over everybody. And then I think here's somebody else who dressed up as a tech marine, standing next to the Warhammer guy there. In fact, doing cosplay for 40k has quite a big fan base, or quite a big initiative on its own. Here are a couple examples, like this guy. I think he's putting on, I guess, a space wolf. I'm not sure, but there's one example there. Then there's one here where it looks like he has a smoking gun, a smoking flamer, giant chain swords. This guy has a big suit, but you can see him just dragging it along. And then here you can see a guy walking in some of this Space Marine armor. So yeah, it definitely has a fan base who are inspired by it. Now, it wasn't just tours and trailers that got a lot of attention. The Space Marine 2 also got their voice actor who plays the main antagonist. No, plays the main character inside of it, Lieutenant Titus, to do a couple spots, and so
About a few Tyranids. Oh no, I'm
and
not talking
so
about a
we
lot of
had this
Tyranids.
nice.
I am talking about a load of Tyranids. So you better be prepared. Once you've purged your way through the campaign, or even if you just want a quick break, co-op and compare.
So you can see that, I mean, he has a very nice voice, and he's going through all the features of the game and showing what players can expect. And so not only do we have this, really good example of the gameplay, but we also have somebody narrating with it with a very good voice. And then also doing it in kind of a way that's fun and interactive, like these clip art animations here. But then not only that, he was Clive Staden. He was very active even in his own Instagram page, where he would post videos and updates for the game inside of his own line. So that got a whole lot of attention. And then, kind of on a similar note, there was also an initiative on Twitch where people could get unique cosmetics, but also there was a Space Marine initiative to create this episode called Secret Level, where we got these very high quality animations inside the 40k universe that would give us some additional lore inside of the character Titus, who this gentleman here was playing. So those were really nice. And then if we take a look at some of the trends here, it's kind of interesting to take a look. So initially around when it was announced, and then when it started to be sold, we saw a ton of interest, and then a little bit of waning interest, but I guess enough people bought it, and then there was a couple other spikes along the year. But then here in September, when essentially their next big update has been announced, we can see a big spike showing up there. But if I look at the related search queries, I would say we only have one result coming up here saying Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2, which is a good sign, I think, especially if we look at this chart up here, because it's not being mixed in with all these different queries. It's very focused. So that is a good sign for these trends here. Although if we took a look at some of the social media presence, we get some interesting results. So if I'm taking a look at everything all together, it looks like it had a pretty good bump when it was originally launched in September of 2024. But since that time, I think it has gotten a lot of attention because now that the new update has been announced, we can see that we're pretty much doubling the interest when compared to the previous year. So like there's even more websites talking about it, lots of things happening on Twitter, YouTube, and even TikTok. And that's going to get more interesting in just a moment. But before I go into that, I just wanted to take a look at this keyword cloud. And I mean, let's just take a look at some of the keywords that are coming up here, like good, fandom, let's see, action, gameplay. I think there was another one, but we're seeing all positive. We're all seeing all positive words here that either compliment or directly just say that it's a good game. So that's all good to see inside of its keyword cloud. But then if we look at the social reach, this is also very impressive because, if we take a look at all the different channels here, like Twitter getting 10 million views there, and then YouTube with the 51,000, and then even TikTok, we're getting about 11,000. And then social engagement, we're taking a look at, YouTube is actually very interesting. YouTube takes the top place here with 1,500, and then TikTok. But then, strangely enough, Twitter doesn't seem to be showing too much interest there. So yeah, and then I like this sentiment analysis. We're getting about 90% positive feedback, 4% neutral, and 0% negative. So I mean, from this analysis, taking a look at the marketing, taking a look at the game itself, it's pretty much as perfect as it could be. If I continue on to Focus Entertainment's Instagram page, now from a quick view, I couldn't see a dedicated Space Marine channel, but taking a look at Focus Entertainment, it does seem like they do have some Space Marine content laced within it, although it is mixed in with some other content. So, I mean, I would like to see a dedicated channel, but the work that they're doing here is good. Like up here, the picture looks really nice. And then this here, it looks like they're talking about their upgrade that's coming up. So this will probably, yeah, there you go. So it's telling you their roadmap to development, which is great. So like, one of the problems that you can have with a game is you eventually get so into it that you've explored every nook and cranny of it, and you kind of feel like the game is dying. But this here is showing you that there's a lot of content still coming out for the game. So if you want to keep on supporting the game, they're there for you. And then they're also showing you that if you feel like investing additional money into it, you get these really cool cosmetic packs. So it does seem like a collaboration really between the fan base and the developer, especially with this roadmap here. But I just wanted to go up to here. Oh, again, it's about the roadmap. But we have this really cool post here where again, it's showing off that this is an exciting game to go on. And what I want to do is I just wanted to take a look at that post specifically. And we can see that one post has gotten over 650,000 plays, and then over 242,000 views, over 50,000 likes. Yeah, so even that post there, that's very exciting. And I wanted to also focus on just engagement is at 21%, and the like rate is at 20% again. So a lot of exciting stuff happening with that post there. And since we're taking a look at the community now and their responses, I wanted to take a look just at what the community is, how it's interacting, and it's nice to see all the different posts here. Those were from Focus Entertainment specifically, but it looks like we have a lot of really neat content that's being shared that's related. Oh, you know what? Maybe let's quickly check out this. Oh, okay, perfect. So there is a channel. There is a channel. Okay, all of the content is looking good. Looks like people were having a chance to play the game at was it Gamescom? Anyways, they had a chance to play there. A lot of information. Apparently there's 7 million players for this game, so that is very nice. Okay, so that looks very good. I also wanted to show that there's a lot of community content for this game as well. And so this is this is clearly a more of a comedic approach, but this just shows that there's some deep passion for this game and for this universe. Anyways, continuing on, I just wanted to also show that on the Focus forums, there's a lot of people interacting here as well. And what I wanted to focus in on was just some fan creations. More people just for fan creations, and also some contests as well. So like people are carving these little Tyranid Ben. Continuing on, I was just taking a look at Reddit here, and again, it just seems like this is a healthy community. There's about 50,000 people on this subreddit, but people are continuing to post. People are showing that they're playing multiplayer still. People are talking about the new game update that's coming out. more content, still talking about the game. Yeah, so this is very healthy. And then I wanted to take a look at just a couple things that people are talking about, and they're asking about whether or not there's crossplay between PC and Xbox and PlayStation and PlayStation. Asking about when the game comes out. Some problems here. Why can't I download Space Marine 2? Okay, so very good. Again, it looks like it's all positive interactions. Oh, and then there's even toys that are being made for the game as well. So I mean, there's this U2's. So there's a lot of merchandise. There's all of these toys that people can buy. So again, it kind of goes back to that statue. It looks like people want to proudly display their hobby on their shelves, and what they're into. So that's a great sign. So I guess that they must do a really good job. And you know what? Toys do actually kind of match with the original game as well, because Warhammer started out as these little toy figures that you could paint, but now they look like they have more like professionally painted and designed characters that you can buy of Space Marine and of the main character. And then, oh, there's that statue. Was there anything else? Oh yeah, and we're finishing up with that statue. Anyways, so I hope you enjoyed this review, and yeah, if you liked it, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.